I used to work for more than 10 years. I used to work as an investigator, and first of those years were in the corporate investigations, corporate frauds and money laundering, risk assessments and so on. So nothing to do with politics, nothing to do with activism. But a few years ago I joined the so-called Anti-Corruption Foundation in Russia, which is an famous non-governmental organization, and it is important to say that it is founded by the prominent opposition politician leader from Russia named Alexei Navalny. Well, less than 2 years after I started working on in the Anti-Corruption Foundation, a criminal case against me was started. I'm accused of stealing the drawing or the poster, whatever you may say, which was stapled to the wall on the street of the small town outside, not in Moscow, but in a small Russian town. So I was the person who took the poster and brought it to Moscow to give it as a present to Alexei Navalny. So that was an act. However, as long as it became known to the security services surrounding the Anti-Corruption Foundation and Alexei Navalny personally, they started a criminal case. They found this artist. It took them 2 months to get the proper statement from him in order to make a criminal case of theft out of that. The artist himself claimed that this drawing, his first claim, and before these 2 months of pressure put on him, he said that, well, I think that's his words, it's like $2 or something like that, €2. What is the price for that drawing? So I decided not to try and test the Russian judicial system, so I left. I sent the letter to Interpol describing the whole situation as it was at that date, saying that please do not process the request from Russia, if any, because it is politically motivated, and this with all the references and news about the persecution of our organization and the other employees. And Interpol confirmed, like, thank you, we got the information. And as soon as I got the asylum and I got the new travel documents of the refugee, I went to Cyprus to visit my family, and I've been stopped at the border control, and the guys at the border control says that here's the Interpol diffusion request from Russia wanting you to be extradited to Russia accordingly. After this arrest and detention in Cyprus, I spent 3 weeks in the Nicosia prison while awaiting the decision of the Minister of Justice of Cyprus, wherever, to start the extradition process or not. And finally I was released, which was a happy result. I went back to Lithuania and everything's fine. I haven't been sent to Russia, but I spent 3 weeks in the prison, and I learned that I'm on the wanted list in the Interpol. A month or a bit later, I sent another note to Interpol asking them what was that and why I was arrested, if this diffusion request is valid, and so on. And I got the confirmation from them that they have reviewed my file after this Cyprus situation I think in March 2016, and decided that this diffusion request sent by Russia is invalid, and it's no longer in the Interpol file. So sorry about that. You can go and have your letter. Here is the letter for you. Good luck. And this is what I have now. I was at least in one country. I was at the local national database of the border control, and they arrested me based on their own records in their database. I got the confirmation from Interpol, but as due to the reason that this is not the red notice, but it's just the diffusion request, it's like an email. Nobody controls it. Russia just makes the email stating my name, stating my documents, number of my document numbers or whatever, and other details, my picture, and sending them to all of the national offices, national bureaus of the Interpol in every country. And it's up to the country, whatever, to proceed with this diffusion request or not. Cyprus did that. And for the rest of my life, I don't have the guarantee, and nobody, no Interpol, no Russia, nobody will ever assure me that I will not face the same situation. The persecution by Russian authorities definitely spoils the life. I can't say that my life is spoiled or they ruined my life, but some part of my life is no longer available for me, like working in the multinational company. I can't do that, and I won't do that, would not be able to do that anymore unless I change my name, for example, or something like that. And Interpol voluntarily helped Russia to do that. And after that, they just sent me a letter. Hey, here's the letter. Bye-bye. We are no longer responsible. It's up to you.